Brett Middleton, and in the next 5 to 10 minutes I'm going to give you an update on the MY11 Subaru STI. Remember, Subaru now don't use the Impreza WRX in the marketing of their model, it's just the STI model, and this is the sedan auto trans version. And this particular car has got one of our factory warranty guaranteed MRT Power XB kits. Now that's the kit with the Ecotec tune, engine pipe, centre pipe, sports rear mufflers and things like that. But this particular car is a little bit unusual in that the client's allowed me to do a video to help you learn more about this particular model, but at the same time he's elected to maintain the rear quad mufflers as part of the upgrade, and we've done a lot of testing as part of this upgrade to make sure that we can deliver some healthy response in the performance of the car. And what I want to do is tell you in the next short period of time a little bit about my thoughts and feedback on the way the car drives, its performance, and just overall how it compares, obviously, which everybody wants to know, to the Evo model and the 6-speed manual model. And first and foremost, it probably should be pointed out that this is probably going to be a car that Subaru is going to sell consistently for some time now, because like the Evo model, quite a few people have been looking for that nice, easy city driving performance type car with the Evo range SST dual clutch transmission. Subaru don't have that available at the moment in this year model, and obviously the good old classic auto trans model, which originally came out in the A-line models in the Japan, is actually now available only in the STI. The ironic thing is, at the moment you can't get a WRX with an auto trans. So a couple of things, obviously it's got paddle shifts on the back of the steering wheel, which is mounted to the steering column, so if you are turning the steering wheel, the paddles don't actually move with you. I don't think you can drop it back into normal auto mode like some of the other Subarus you can. I haven't been able to work that out yet. Of course, as usual, I haven't read the instructions like nobody does. I've just jumped in the car and want to drive it. You can obviously drop it in and out of manual mode here on the shift and go up and down through the gears. Going forward will go up a gear, pulling back goes down a gear, and of course back to the left again puts it back in drive. The interesting thing, of course, if you then start using the paddles, it puts it back into this paddle shift manual mode behind the steering wheel. The electronic center diff controller obviously is absent because this particular model doesn't have a manual transmission, but however it does have the sport sharp and the intelligent drive mode. Again, Subaru have unfortunately let us down again, having delivered the car with very much difference between the sport sharp and intelligent mode, and that provides us obviously a fantastic opportunity to provide you, the owner, with one of these kits with an Ecotec upgrade, to provide a healthy difference between sport sharp and I mode. We're talking, like, depending on the upgrade, anywhere between 5 to 15 kilowatts by just changing the center SI drive button. The interesting thing, which is sometimes overlooked on this particular model, is obviously Subaru have definitely detuned the model. Being an auto trans version, you would come to expect that it would have to be a pretty big transmission to take the type of torque that this engine's capable of delivering. And of course, I've got some notes here to help me remind myself some of the particular figures, and of course Subaru interestingly have quoted a power figure of 221 kilowatts at 6,000 RPM or 6,200 RPM for the two different models, but only 407 Newton meters for the 6-speed, but 350 Newton meters for the auto trans version. That's 407 Newton meters at 4,000 RPM or 350 Newton meters at 3 to 6,000 RPM. Now, I'm going to be a little bit out on a limb here and say, frankly, I'm really disappointed. I reckon Subaru have really detuned this model, and to give you a bit of an idea, we'll show you the dyno graph on the website when we do the video, but on our dyno, this particular car pulls in at the hubs 250 Newton meters at 3,500 RPM, but after it's tuned back up to what we believe is a fairly safe tune. It goes up to a whopping 400 Newton meters. Now, obviously, that there on its own is a performance enhanced level. Of course, from a manufacturer's point of view, I commend Subaru and not pushing the car too hard, because of course, different parts of the world, this car has to comply with emissions regulations and different warranty conditions and different types of drivers. But I just wonder whether maybe they've just been a little bit too conservative in the torque output of the transmission with the Auto Trans version. But in a way, it's still a really, really good fun car to drive. I don't want to dwell on the negatives. There's a lot of really good things about this car, but also what it does provide is an opportunity for you to buy one of these Auto Trans cars, have the features of the Auto Trans, and then get it upgraded and then get it to go even better than the 6-speed manual version, and it's of course in its standard mode. The 6-speed mode after it's been upgraded again is even better again.